5 different types of teachers you find during the summer holidays. And I am not in any way, shape or form trying to pass any sort of judgment here. It's just sort of showcasing how different we all are as teachers, and how you'll never get 2 teachers that are the exact same both in and outside the classroom, and how we should embrace this and actually celebrate it. But I hope you can identify yourself in one of these examples. So number 1 are the workaholics, those teachers who just cannot switch off, and even through the holidays they are in some way, shape or form doing some sort of work, whether it's reading, whether it's writing, whether it's planning, whether it's being in school pretty much every day, changing displays, setting new book corners up, whatever it might be. And these teachers are probably reveling in the fact that you have to wear face masks in public places, because it's just giving them the perfect opportunity to up their teacher stare game. You can only express your whole facial expression through your eyes wearing that mask. So when they're in the middle of Asda and they see someone who's not keeping their distance, not keeping their 2 meters, they can just turn and give them the teacher stare so that they are ready for September. My only issue is when a very small minority of these types of teachers expect everyone else within teaching to be the exact same as them, and it just does not happen. So number 2, we're talking about the sneaky assassins. These teachers who are giving it all of this about how they're not doing any sort of work at all, but actually behind closed doors they're doing quite a bit. Do you remember back in school there was always that one child who, whenever it came to any sort of test or any sort of exam, was always like, oh no, I've not done any revision, no, I'm going to really fail this, I've not even looked at the textbook, I don't even know what this exam's going to be about. Then they came out with like an A star and you were just left with your D, like, you said you didn't do any sort of revision. This is what I'm talking about. So they're probably in the WhatsApp group, oh no, I've not done any work, no, I've just completely switched off, and you're like, good, I'm not the only one. But actually they're sneaking into school, doing their classrooms up, they're doing a bit of reading and research on Twitter, whatever it might be, and before you know it their classroom looks great and you've not even put the date on the board. And just make sure you call them out if they ever do give it that, you know, oh, I've not done any work. Hang on a second, Your Honour, can I please present Exhibit A, this teacher's Pinterest page, which will clearly show that there were numerous posts over the summer showing her new classroom display. Exhibit B, yeah, the Instagram page they've managed to set up and gain thousands of followers based on all the resources they have created over the summer. So number 3 are the procrastinators. These are the teachers who have every intention of doing some sort of work at some point during the summer holiday. Not too much, just enough to make sure everything's ready for September, but no matter how hard they try, something gets in the way. And when I say something, it is just anything, because these are the most easily distracted people on the planet at the minute. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get some work. I've got an hour now, I'm just going to do a little bit of work, just get on top of everything. Right, let me just check, let me just jump on Facebook, see what everyone's posting, see if I can get any inspiration. And before you know it, hang on a second, the quiz, find out which fictional teacher you're most like. Yes please, Mrs. Trunchbull. Who'd have thought it? And listen, I can empathise with that, because I can procrastinate with the best of them, but you've just got to be very, very careful in this day and age, because if you do spend a little bit too much time on the old social media, you can jump through a few rabbit holes, and before you know it, you're one of these people who suddenly believe it's all a conspiracy. Bill Gates is a lizard who controls the earth through 5G masts, which is what created the coronavirus and spread it around the world. And if you don't talk about it and call it out in your little echo chamber, we'll have nanobots inside our vaccines that will just control us forever. And there'll probably be an intervention within the first week of September reminding you about Year 7 history. Remember primary and secondary sources? Yeah? Remember looking at the credibility of information and using critical thinking so you can make really informed, intelligent opinions on subjects? And number 4, we are at the opposite end of the scale. These are the teachers and staff who, from the moment that bell went on the last Friday in July, that was it. They didn't want to hear, speak, see anything to do with teaching. They have completely shut off. They refuse to give a single second of thought to anything teacher related over the summer holidays. They leave WhatsApp conversations, unfollow people on social media, or even just leave social media completely. Pack their bags and spend the next 6 weeks camping in the wilderness to escape the hustle and bustle of term time life. And if they do stumble across anything school related during a 6-week holidays, maybe a back to school M&S advert on the telly, it gives them heart palpitations, they've got to switch it off straight away. And number 5, we have the bingers. We're talking about the teachers who have sacrificed so much during term time because our job is so time consuming that they just save it all up for these 6 weeks. So whatever it might be, whatever the hobby, the interest, they just absolutely binge it for the whole 6 weeks. They sort of condense a year's worth of that hobby into 6 weeks. It may well be reading for pleasure. That Kindle that has been gathering dust throughout the year, you can now brush it off and it's getting absolutely hammered. You're having to recharge it every single night because you are just ploughing through a library of brilliant reads that you've had to put to one side during term time. You might be on a mission to complete Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. You suddenly become that child who used to deal with the panini stickers and needed like one sticker to complete the whole pack, but rather than got with swapsies, you're like scene with every TV show. It might be hitting the gym every single day of the summer holidays, getting that move goal smashed on your watch each day, or just spending that quality time with your friends and family, making the most of each day that you have. Or it might just be binging on doing absolutely nothing, just binging, sitting on a couch, binge napping every single day. So there you have it, guys. I hope you were able to relate to at least one of those, and if you do, make the most of it over these next few weeks. Whatever it is that gives you that enjoyment, that puts a smile on your face, do it to the max, because this is what this time is for. You have earned it, you deserve it, so make the most of it, because before you know it, we'll be back in class in September and it'll be 110 miles per hour again. So as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Please do feel free to share and tag your teacher friends in. I'll be back with something again very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching.